Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rosamy S. Sereno, and I will be reporting about the basis of policy. I believe someone already reported the basis of policy, so I will just be providing a bit of summary and state an example of why these are the basis of policy. So we already know that the basis of policy are the following. We have philosophy, ideology, constitution, and the legislative acts, executive orders, and judicial decisions. So let's define what is philosophy first. So philosophy is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially when considered as an academic discipline. So in a simplest definition, philosophy is a way of thinking about the world, the universe, and the society. So philosophy in relation to policy plays a key role in the shaping of policy making that leads educational development. It has a distinctive contribution and plays a constitutive role in the full process of policy development. In fact, according to the Journal of Education and Practice by the Kaisi University in Kenya, philosophy has influenced the establishment of education policy. Philosophy, which is a discipline that is concerned with the aims and goals of education, provides techniques required to setting proper rules and laws that are suitable in a given situation. So in this context, philosophy addresses stressful questions facing educational policy by creating a smooth ground or atmosphere of getting solutions in a more logical way. So therefore, philosophy contributes a lot in the upbringing as a whole. So a concrete example of this is a known philosopher, Plato. So in his book, The Republic, he advocates extreme methods in his time. So one of those is removing children from their mother's care and raising them in a separate place. So if we come to think of it, it could have influenced the building of our schools, because in a way you are separating your kids from their mothers to raise them, to educate them. So that's one concrete example. Second one is he also contributed to talent building. So Plato believes that those suitably gifted are to be trained by the state so that they may be qualified to assume the role of a ruling class. So that is why in our educational curriculum, we allow sports in our institutions, which require students to involve themselves in promoting talents. So that's another example of philosophy as a basis of policy. Next is we have ideology. So let's define ideology. It is a system of belief or core values. So every human being has a personal ideology and belief system cultivated from upbringing, experiences, and reflection. So a concrete example of this one is that, for instance, in a business aspect or in a business world, the owner, perhaps the owner's personal ideology can play a role in shaping policies in his company regarding like code of conduct or operations in their institution. So that's one concrete example of ideology as a basis of policy. So next we have the Constitution. So let's define Constitution. It is the basic principles and laws of a nation or state or a social group that determine the powers and duties of the government and guarantee certain rights to the people in it. So in a simplest term, Constitution is the fundamental law of the land. So this is where all the laws are based on the Constitution. So one concrete example why it is also a basis of policy, for instance, uh, in our field, in education. So we have the 1987 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, specifically Article 14, which speaks about education. So in Section 1, it says there that the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. So we have to take note the keywords there, quality education and all levels. So it should be all, and it should be accessible. So no exemption, it should be accessible to all. So this is the basis of all the laws, the new laws enacted by our lawmakers with regard to education. So we have here the three branches of our government, the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch. So the right of every Filipino to quality basic education is further enhanced or further emphasized in these two Republic Acts, the Republic Act 9155 or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001 and the Republic Act 6655 or the Free Secondary Education Act. So these laws reaffirm the policy of the state to protect and promote the rights of all Filipinos by providing children free and compulsory education in all levels, in the elementary and high school levels, even in college levels. So so these are concrete examples why philosophy, ideology, constitution, legislative, executive orders, and judicial branch are also the basis of policy or in policy and decision making. So I guess that would be all for my report. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.
Mama.